Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to our top 10 beauty mistakes. I'm Stephanie Richter. I'm your hostess for the night. What would you call me? Like the MC? Like
Yes.
the boss? No, I'm not I can be very bossy, but I would not consider myself the boss. You're all bosses. You're all boss babes. But we're glad you're all on here as we'll take a minute for people to hop on and join us. We're going to have a fun time tonight. Here's the deal. My personality is a very positive personality. It's just how I'm wired. And that's one of the reasons why I love my Mary Kay business, because it's such a positive environment. But I could not, when we were talking about what we wanted to teach next on our Mary Kay Monday, I could not focus on, oh, we lost Mary. She'll be back. I saw her poking. She probably deleted herself. But I could not stick with just the mistakes. I was like, I can't do just the mistakes. That's just like, you need to have a solution if you're going to, we'll add her back in. Hi, Mary, we lost you.
Sorry.
That's all right. So here we are. We have solutions to your top 10 beauty mistakes. So we're going to have some fun with this. Always our goal, every Mary Kay Monday when we join you, we want to bring you some joy, some fun, some diversion. Anybody need diversion? Some days I need it more. Today I really needed the diversion. So thank you for being here so I could have some diversion. And some real information. We really want you guys to learn something tonight. So we went through together, and you'll get to meet my special guests and special people in my life in just a minute. But we really do want to have you leave tonight in these next 30 minutes with some really great information. So get ready. You're going to want to grab a piece of paper and a pen because you'll probably want to write some things down. I'm sure you're going to want to write some things down because there's going to be some things that we're going to talk about and you're going to go, oh, I want that. Or I want to know more about that. I wonder if I could use that. And then that's where your beauty consultant comes in. We're trained. We're immensely educated in our Mary Kay businesses on what product is right for you. So that's the time to have a conversation with your consultant and say, hey, this product that Stephanie shared or Mary shared, is that something for me? And your consultant will let you know, right? You're not going to have to buy something that you just look at in a case ad or on a wall and in the packaging. You get to actually try it and see if it's right for you. But your consultant will share that information with you. So this is what we're going to do tonight. Every time you comment, we have our secret squirrel behind the scenes, Lisa, is taking down all the comments. And so all your comments get counted, and we're going to have one big drawing at the very end. We'll do it in 24 hours because you're going to have the opportunity to add some points. Every time you comment, you get a point. And then we'll have a drawing for a full-size product and a mini to go with it. And one of us will send that out to you as a guest. And this is for guests-only consultants. But we will be doing some winners throughout for some smaller prizes with our guests tonight too. So we're going to do some little ones and then one big one at the end. And you'll have some opportunities to add some points at the very end. So let's start. Let's get started. I'm going to have all of you that are guests, I'm going to have you write in, who is your consultant? Who invited you to join us tonight? And type that in, and then that will help us get the information and make sure that your consultant sees that you're on tonight. And then if you also could write, if you're a consultant, put consultant, please, in there. So then our secret squirrel knows who's consultants and who's guests. And then if you could also write in there, consultants and guests, please, write in there where you're from. One of the things that I say every week about our Mary Kay Mondays is that all time zones are covered. And you guys, I really think it'd be super fun if we could, I have a consultant in Guam. I think she's still in Guam. She may have moved back to Washington now, but we need to like spread out and get into the Virgin Islands. I would probably have to go visit my consultant in the Virgin Islands to make sure she's doing everything properly. Right. Puerto Rico, absolutely, yes. I think that's another place that I should go visit. What do y'all think? We should all go visit just to do a guest event or something there for our Mary Kay sisters. I think that's a great idea. All right. So if you know anybody from any of those places, please introduce us to her because we would love to be able to share our Mary Kay businesses with the women all over. So we're going to have some fun with this tonight. As we share tonight, and your guest directors and guest trainers, guest presenters, you'll meet in a minute, are going to be sharing, we're going to do the top 10 countdown of the top 10 beauty mistakes. And I want you to write in guilty or innocent. And you can do just the emoji if you want to, or you can type it in, whatever you want to do. No judgment. I just want you to know. This is not, we're not going to count up who had the most guilties, who had the most innocents, but just more for fun when we go through these. And hopefully that there'll be some guilties in a sense, because then it's something that it'll be like, well, then we had something to offer, right? So I'm sure, because you all have Mary Kay Beauty Consultants, that some of these things you will have learned. But sometimes we just do the same thing over and over because that's what we've always done. So hopefully we'll be able to, point you in a little bit different direction tonight. So there's going to be lots of different products spotlighted tonight. So on your paper that you have, right, if there are things you're like, I really know I'm going to want that. Even if it's put on a wish list, let your consultant know, because we have places we keep track of that, so that if you forget later, like, what was that product or what was that shade, or, then she'll have that information for you. Or if you have questions, then that's a good way for you to let her know. And at the very end, what we'll do is have you take a snapshot of your paper, and you can send it over to your consultant, text it to her, and then you and her can have some good conversation. Okay, so let's start with number 10. I'm going to start with number 10. Oh, wait, no, before we do that, we need to introduce our guests. So let's do that next. All right. So let's see. Let's go down.
All right. Well, hi, you guys. Welcome. We're so glad you're joining us tonight. My name is Maxim Linley, and I live in the Melbourne, Florida area, not too far from Orlando. And one of my favorite things that I love about this amazing business opportunity is the fact that we don't have any territories. My husband is retired now, but he was active duty Air Force. And so I'm originally from the Seattle area, and then we got stationed in South Carolina. And while we were there, he actually got stationed overseas, but I stayed in South Carolina with our 4 kids. And then we got stationed down here. So I love that we don't have any territories, that we can just take this business with us wherever we go. And you don't have to start all over again. You get to just continue adding to the team and the customers that you already have. So I love that I have customers literally all over the nation, is one of my favorite things, and team members too. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, I think, and as a business owner for 30 years, how long for you? 26?
27.
27. Yeah. There's just wisdom in that. There's just wisdom, because certain times of the year, certain areas have different things going on with weather and, situations. Right. So it's just a really smart business too. So Thanks for sharing, Mary. You're such a delight in my life, for sure. And I'm going to go diagonal. Oh, it's this way. Diagonal. It's hard to do. Down there, LaRue. You're up, LaRue.
Okay, hello. My name is LaRue Bernard. I live in Canyon, Texas. And one of the things that I fell in love with when it came to Mary Kay was that there's no quotas. I just kind of tiptoed in and just wanted to work this at my own pace. And I was so grateful to find out that there were no quotas. And so no number of things that people I had to call, or money I had to, or products I needed to sell, all those kind of different things. It was all about me meeting my goals at my own pace without the quotas. So any of you out there can, some of you work under pressure. I did not. I was glad that I didn't freeze or flee because of too strong of a quota that would make me run the opposite direction. And so it's a very, very safe place for you to build at your own pace. And I've been in Mary Kay 24 years.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And LaRue, I love when you say that you don't work as well under pressure. It's so important that we recognize how we operate the best. In what environment do we operate the best? And we get to control that in our Mary Kay businesses. I love that. All right, Diane. I practice.
Diane Hicks from Twin Falls, Idaho. Been in Mary Kay for 20 years. And wow. What I love most about my business is the priorities that Mary Kay started a company with that are still 100% strong to this day. So God first, family second, career third, which is super important to me. It's the way I live my life with everything else. And so it's awesome to have a company that supports you 100% in that. And then also the way, treating others the way you want to be treated, the golden rule. of course, is really important. When I started, was a long ways away from family, and then moving a lot like Mary, just having that connection with with the Mary Kay people and treating others the way you want to be treated, and it's just been an awesome fit for my life.
I love it. And you're going to learn, nobody probably noticed but me, because I know. So just so y'all know, if you notice, like two of these things don't belong together, but they will. So that'll be fun. We got a little tutorial that's going to happen too. So, all right. I said my name. My name is Stephanie Richter, and I am in the Seattle area. That's where Mary and I met originally. And I started my business when I was fresh out of college in Boise, Idaho. And then soon thereafter, I got married within a couple of months. And then we decided to move up here to the Seattle area. I've moved around the Seattle area multiple times, but I've stayed here for most of my 30 years, probably close to now 30 or 29 and a half years. So what I love about my Mary Kay business is the ability to make as much cash as is needed for a family. There's been so many different seasons in 30 years where we have found ourselves in very similar situation as right now in our country, where there's things we're just out of control of. And, we're not in control of everything anyways, but to be able to have this business where there's a product that stays so strong through recessions. I mean, in 30 years, I've seen a few of them, and just situations, 9/11 and so forth, and now this pandemic. The products that are strong, the industries that stay strong, and there's a cash flow for businesses, is alcohol, tobacco, and cosmetics and skincare. So we're grateful that we have a company that is a positive company, and that we have something of value to offer our clients, and business to offer women out there that, really there's a time for a financial filler and a plan B. That's what it was for me to begin with, was just this little thing on the side to make a little extra money. And then, I was like, I like being in charge and not having somebody else be in charge of my time, and being able to make a lot more than I would have as a teacher. So super proud of our Mary Kay company, and really proud of these ladies to be a leader with them of women all across the nation. So let's get started. First and foremost, most important, I'm going to stick myself up here, do my best to be the techie girl. Number 10. Whoops, I didn't click the right one. There you go. Number 10 in our top 10 beauty mistakes is cutting the skincare corner. And when I say cutting the skincare corner, what I mean is beauty is really, it's a who you are. We know that. We believe that as Mary Kay consultants. Is not wearing 5 eyeshadows or having 10 lipsticks or knowing how to contour and highlight and all those things. That's not what real beauty is. We recognize that. Beauty is a who you are. Yet there is also this part of us that is taking care of ourselves, and that's where skincare comes in. And Mary Kay is first a skincare company. So we are huge believers in taking care of skin first, because then if your skin looks great, you can wear no color, a little color, middle or out of color, or lots of color, and you're going to have a great look. So from somebody that had really bad skin, very combination skin when I started my business, and have been able to, really make a difference in my skin over the years with the different products. I'm just going to show you really quickly. This is really our core products. This is called 3D. We believe that there are 5 steps to great skincare: cleanse, exfoliate, freshen, that cotton ball step, tone, sometimes it's called. That's all, those are in this product right here, plus brightening, which is a 4-in-1 cleanser. We have a night cream, day cream, and an eye cream. I really want to do an event for eye cream, because I think that's a product that a lot of women kind of sometimes use, throw it in every once in a while, but it's a really big product that makes a really big difference. So top 10 beauty mistake: not taking really great care of your skin and investing in good skincare. Top 10 beauty solution: invest in good skincare. Talk to your consultant. We have samples, and also that was moderate signs of aging I showed you, right? Let's see if I can do this. Right back there is what I use, which is more advanced signs of aging for those of us of a more interesting age. So you can decide when you're interesting. I just decided I am now. It's time. So on to number 9. Hang on, and I'll get her in here.
Hey guys. All right. So number 9 beauty mistake is creating a home for bacteria and bugs. Ew, right? So the first thing I'm going to talk about is bacteria, and that can happen in dirty brushes. Isn't that gross? I saved one just for you to see how dirty. But we have a solution for that, you guys. So one of our awesome products is our brush cleaner. It helps to clean and condition your brushes, and it's great for whether they're natural hair bristle or they are synthetic. Either way is fine. And it keeps them really nice and soft and like new. So this is one that I haven't cleaned yet. And this is one I cleaned earlier. You can see a huge difference,
Wow.
right? So, and all you have to do, I'll just show you briefly, all you have to do is spray it right on there. And our brush cleaner, by the way, is only 10. Super reasonable. So you just spray it right on your brush. And then I like to use a washcloth. And I just rub it on the washcloth, and you do it until you don't see anything coming off the brush, until it's clean all the way through. Now, another solution for cleaning your brushes is our amazing 3-in-1 cleansing bar. It comes in its own little case, which is really nice. So it's transportable really easily. But all you would have to do is take this bar I like to keep it in the little base of it. You just add a little water to it, you guys. I just got the top of it a little bit wet. I'm going to get this brush a little bit wet too, and just show you how easily, if you rub it on there for a nice deep clean, it immediately starts dissolving that product. Isn't that amazing?
It's awesome.
It totally, starts dissolving it immediately. So that's a great solution. The brush cleaner is great for a daily cleaning basis, but the bar is great for more of a deep clean, like a weekly cleaning, when you need to give it a good deep clean. So that addresses the bacteria. Now the bugs, that's another thing. So bugs, you guys, those are things, and Stephanie has an awesome picture of bugs to show you, but those are little critters that can grow on your lashes. So a huge mistake that people make is not removing their eye makeup completely. Isn't that disgusting? Those are actual critters that live on your lashes. And when you leave your eye makeup on, they have a little smorgasbord they're snacking on all night long. Gross. So our oil-free eye makeup remover is fantastic to not only get all that eye makeup off very gently and easily, but it also helps to kill those little bugs and condition your lashes too. So I wanted to show you, I actually made some marks on the back of my hand with eyeliner. And I just wanted to show you that our eyeliner is waterproof. This is actually both kinds of our eyeliner. I just got my fingers wet. So see, it's not coming off there at all. They're waterproof. But I'm going to show you with our oil-free eye makeup remover, which it does separate. It's oil-free, but it separates. And so you want to shake it. So I put some on a little cotton pad, and look at how it just wipes everything away so easily, you guys.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome? It's like gone. And I love the fact too, because it is oil-free, it doesn't leave any kind of a greasy residue. I wear contacts, so I love that I can use this even with contacts and it doesn't leave a residue at all. So it's really awesome. So those are some of my solutions for bacterial and bug growth to help get rid of that.
Okay, so guilty or innocent on number 10, cutting the skincare corner, and number 9, bugs in your lashes. And just so you all know, those bugs are real. I didn't make that. I didn't just like choose some weird random picture. Those things are called demodex, and they literally do live in your lashes, and they eat things in there. So, you know, if they live there, they more than just eat in there. So I just want you to use your imagination.
Yeah, so I almost forgot. Let me piggyback on that for a quick second.
Sure.
Another huge beauty mistake that people make is not changing their mascara every 3 months. So the problem is, ladies, and here's 4 of our amazing mascaras, our brand new Panorama that's amazing, and some of my other favorites here, that you want to get a brand new mascara every 3 months, because every time you use it and you put it back in that tube, that little dark area creates bacteria and bug growth too. So you want to make sure you throw this out, even if you think it's still good, it's not. After 3 to 4 months, throw it out and get a new one. So if you've had one in your drawer for a couple of years, ladies, it's well beyond the time to go ahead and treat yourself to a new one.
I love it. I love it. It's like, remember biology in high school, and we would all go around the high school and swab everything and then put it in a petri dish and then put it in a dark, moist place. Yeah. And then what would grow? So just, you know, again, I just want y'all to get a word, like, what is that called? A word picture. I just created a word picture for you. So you'll replace your mascara. Guilty or innocent? Guests. All right. We'll move on to more things that aren't quite so gross.
Hey, hello. Do we have any artists in the house? Any artist? Anybody that takes care of furniture, restores furniture, or maybe it was time to paint some walls in your house, whatever it is. You know, you didn't just decide to start painting, right? Just like Stephanie said, you took care, you know, you took whatever you need to, dusting, getting the cobwebs down, whatever it was, you took care of that. And then it was time to prime it. And so what does Mary Kay have as a foundation primer? It's amazing, and it is a very lightweight gel, and a little bit goes a long way. You smooth it all over your face, and it's like a magnet. It helps your foundation to go on smoother. It helps to, I kind of call it spackle, because it's going to fill in your pores and fine lines and wrinkles so that you have more of a flawless finish with your foundation. It also has an SPF of 15. So you've got helping your foundation be long wearing, smoother, flawless, as well as some sun protection. So priming the canvas. Now, we also want to take some extra care with our eyeshadow. Anybody have extra creasing in with their eyeshadows? Or maybe you have your, all of a sudden, it vanishes after a few hours. You're like, where did it go? Those kind of things. Well, we have the solution with our eye primer, and it is a white cream, and it feels a little bit of tackiness, and you just dot it and smooth it on, and then when you apply your eyeshadow, it's going to be bolder looking. It's going to go on smooth, and one of the things too, it catches things so you don't have as much fallout from your the fallout from the powder that you're putting on, and it stays put. So talk about long wearing, helping your eyeshadow be crease resistant. I mean, it takes care of any issues you have with eyeshadows. You take care of it. Okay. The last primer I want to talk about is our lash primer. Now, how many of us feel like, you are putting on mascara and you've got your coats and you may take it off well or not, but it just feels like your lashes need some more conditioning, some more care, and that's why we have this incredible primer. It has these different bristles on here, so it helps to coat in between. There's vitamins and protection, and you can even put this on and your lashes will look longer just because of how it coats. It's also great if you do some eyelash curling and then helping it to stay longer, and then just giving that extra volume when it comes to your mascara. So who just throws on things, or who is guilty of just slapping stuff on, or who's innocent using your primers?
I just want to share these some of these comments just because some of their pictures are so cute. Like, look at Janet Martinez.
Yeah,
Janet,
that's our new grandbaby.
Oh, so cute. I just wanted to share that. So thank you for saying something nice about our product, but also also having such a cute little pic for us to share. So super fun. Thank you, LaRue. Guilty or innocent? All right. And Janet, is Janet a consultant or a guest?
She's my customer.
Okay, so she's the Janet that I know, right? So Janet is that's who I chose. And so Janet is the winner. So somebody write that down for me so that we remember who our winners are.
Way to go, Janet.
Way to go, Janet. And thank you for having the cutest picture of everybody on the Facebook, like little circle, whatever those are called. I don't know, but it's super cute. All right. This one's one of my favorites. You guys ready? I get asked about this all the time. All the time.
All right, so we're gonna talk about raccoon eyes. How many of you have a problem with the under eye circle and redness? So there's quite a few different things you can use, and Stephanie has a picture of like a before and after picture that I took that you could probably see this a little bit better because not always are light fantastic. So
I'll get it up in a second. I'm looking for it.
No problem. So when I'm doing things correctly for the under eye area, I use sometimes 3 things, but most people will just use a regular concealer, and they'll just put it underneath.
Oh, sorry.
They'll just put it underneath the eye area, and just in the part where they are purple. Okay, and so that's kind of what I did on on this side. And you can see it's just kind of shiny, but there's still a pretty dark crease there. Okay, and then on the other side, it all just blends in. So what I'm going to try to show you on this other side, I'm going to move this other mirror closer so I can see what I'm doing. Is show you the correct way to
look at that. That's really amazing, Diane.
Yeah, to cover up those purple. All right, so and the trick for me is I have purple, but I also have red underneath my eye. So I sometimes use our green stick, just a little bit of it. Not always, but I use a little green stick, just right where the purple is. And then I'm going to take my under eye corrector, and I'm going to put a little bit just where the purple is as well. Okay, and then I'm going to take my brush, my cream brush, and just blend that in really lightly. And just get it right up underneath the eye, take that purple away. Now, some people will like that and put their foundation on, but you're actually missing one really, really important step. And that is taking your skin tone concealer and then drawing your triangle. Okay, the triangle, and then filling that in. Now, some people go a little further out this way, and some people keep it closer to the nose. I'm really red in that area, so I tend to keep it in the closer to the nose area. And then that's how you get that effect on that other picture of where you don't have such a deep line going right here, because this concealer blends in and then gives you a highlight and takes it lower and then lifts that whole area rather than creating just the line of where you stopped. Okay, so
and then you put your foundation on over the top of that.
Yes, and then you tap it up with your foundation and cover it all in, and then it blends and smooths everything.
That's how you have the 2 sides. I'm going to show this other picture again because I just think that was so amazing.
Yeah, it is such a good.
Is it on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I have a question, Diane. So when you, with your concealer that you're doing the triangle, is it a shade lighter, or is it the same that matches your skin tone? How do you pick your concealer color?
So it's what's going to be. I am a light beige. I use a beige 150 in my foundation, and so that tends to be on the lighter side of the beiges. So you don't want to have a darker concealer than your skin, or that will just do other things to your face. So it's going to you go for the light beige for me is what I would go for, and then it tends to be a lighter color than your skin because you want that highlighted lift that it gives you. The other thing I love about our concealers and our under eye corrector is that it is creamy. It's not cakey like some concealers that stick into your wisdom lines.
Your wisdom lines, yes. Do not accentuate the wisdom lines. Thank you very much.
So yeah, and foundation over the top, but it still gives you that lift because of the luminous, and then blends everything.
Love it. Thank you for the really the tutorial. That's really one of my favorite tricks, made such a difference. So then they're not having this circle of lightness under your eyes, which just accentuates what you're trying to take the attention away from. So super good. Okay, so on that, next is the wrist shade guide. I hear about this an awful lot too, and I don't know about you guys, but I hear this a lot when I'm helping people match their foundation. One of the things that Mary Kay has is we do have many colors of foundation, and we now have foundations, 2 different formulas, a matte and a luminous wear, that have IntelliMatch in them. And so there is a very precise science. There's science behind this product that is pretty amazing, because we're in the situation, at least in where I live in the Seattle area, particularly, where I can't see people as easily. We have samples of all the product, but one of my favorite new tools that is available to you as having a consultant is when you go to your consultant's website, you go to marykay.com, and there's be a search in there, and you can, or just have your consultant send you her link. Under the tips and trends, there's an actual foundation quiz. And it is very accurate. I know it sounds crazy. Like, how can I actually go in and take a quiz and find out what my foundation shade is? But it is very accurate because of the undertones and how skin, there's a pink and a neutral and a cool and a warm undertone. And there's ways to figure that all out. And the questions that are asked will narrow it down. And then your consultant, if you cannot see your consultant but want your foundation matched, then what she can do is send you samples. And I've done many foundation matching with samples virtually, where I teach her how to put her samples on her cheek. Now, here's what I find with wrist shade guides. I have people, sometimes when I say I'm going to take that off so I can show you, where I'll have people say, or I'll be with somebody else, say, hey, I'm going to match your foundation real quick and do some stripes. They'll often put their wrist out to me. Have you guys had that happen? I've had people say, oh, here, put it my wrist. And that seems like what you're supposed to do. And if you can't really tell too much in here, but look at the difference in here, I'll do this one. Look at the difference of my wrist compared to my skin on my face. My wrist is pure white. If I was to put pure white skin foundation on my face, I would look like I'd be chalky and ghostly and really be off. So matching your wrist is not the same as matching your face. Now, you can sometimes get the undertone of your skin from the wrist area. Is it warm, cool, or neutral? Sometimes, but not always. Because some people have a lot of blue undertone in their wrist because their skin, the way their veins are and such. So if anybody ever wants to match your face by matching your wrist, or if you have ever done that, I want you to put guilty in your comments and then ask your consultant to get your right shade of foundation, because there really is a shade that's right for you in our line. I promise. Sometimes it takes a little practice and for consultants to learn, but the training that we get is awesome. So guilty or innocent on your wrist shade guide. All right, on to number 5, and it's Mary's turn.
All right, so waste not, want not is really how you foundation, even other products too, but just talking about foundation, a lot of times people use their fingers or sponges. And those can be common beauty mistakes. So fingers tend to be a no-no because your fingertips have oils in them. And especially for people that are more oily skinned or in humid climates, the last thing you want to do is apply your foundation with your fingertips, because those oils will start breaking down your makeup immediately. So definitely don't use fingertips. You also tend to use a lot more of your product too. But with sponges, now we do have a blending sponge that looks like, wait, there, this one. We do have a really great blending sponge, but it's great for blending. And you always want to get it nice and damp and wet first, and then wring it out really, really good, and then use it for blending purposes. However, if you use it straight just for foundation, it tends to absorb more foundation than actually putting it on your skin. So a great tool to use is one of our awesome foundation brushes for liquid foundation. And this is a synthetic brush. And see how it has this nice flat top to it and it's slanted? It is such an amazing brush to apply your foundation with. You do want to make sure you keep it clean, like every day, and especially with sponges too. The reason that can be a big no-no is that it can really grow bacteria quite quickly, and most people don't wash their sponges after every use. And I heard a director the other day say that it can become dirtier than your kitchen sink sponge. Ew. Which we all know that's pretty disgusting. Yeah. So brush for foundation, but also really brushes. We have this awesome brush set that comes with 5 different brushes. Comes with 3 brushes for your eyes, and then a powder brush and a cheek brush. And it's all about having the right tools. You know, if you think of any professional, whether it's a painter or an artist or a baker or, you know, a doctor, they all have the tools that are right for their trade. And it makes their job a lot simpler, and it goes on a lot smoother. Things go better when they have the right tools. Same thing with brushes for our makeup versus fingers or those little sponge applicators, which again can get very dirty and carry bacteria. So brushes are awesome.
Thank you for sharing, and thank you for sharing, Karen, also that you converted to the liquid foundation brush and love it. So awesome. We have a winner. Whose guest is Christy Herring? Christy Herring. Christy Herring. She's not a consultant, right? She's a guest. All right. Well, Christy, congratulations. You're our winner. Somebody could write down Christy's name, make sure that I'm keeping track of the winners. So way to go, Christy. And I almost, Christy was guilty, just so y'all know. She was guilty of number 6, she said. I think it was number 6, she said. I think, was it you, Christy, that wrote guilty, guilty, guilty? I'm like, really? I don't want to shame anybody. This is just for
yeah.
All right. So that's our winner, Christy. Thanks for commenting, Christy. Number 4.
Hi. All right. Not framing your soul. I kept looking in the mirror and thinking, what is wrong with my face? It looks like one eye is way bigger or higher than the other. It was very interesting too, is people kept saying that I didn't have any eyeshadow on one side. I put the same amount of eyeshadow on. It's just so. Brows are so important. I don't know if you guys have looked on Google and searched any of the, I think Anne Hathaway's one that is on there all the time without eyebrows. It's, you have to have your eyebrows. So my favorite thing is our tint, our brow tint. And it comes a little tube. It's just got a teeny tiny little mascara wand on it. Oops, wrong hand. Okay. And it just goes on. Sorry, gotta get my mirror here. Just goes on really smoothly. My daughter.
You have great shaped brows, Diane.
Thank you. That's my beautician is awesome. And we also have a brow tint. Some people like to use both. You can be a little bit more.
You mean a brow pencil?
Yes, brow pencil. You can be a little bit more like, oh, I just forgot the word.
Precise.
Precise with it. You know, my daughter likes that a lot better than she likes the tint because she likes to be very precise and it needs to be lined. I like to be a little more flowy and artistic. But there you
awesome.
Go.
Beautiful.
So it just totally lifts your eyes, lifts your face. It basically gives your whole side of your face a lift.
Boy, does it. That's awesome. And for you, Diane, it's absolutely the windows to your soul. Those beautiful eyes. Absolutely. Okay. So, guilty or innocent on not framing the windows of your souls? All right.
Oh, I just have to say one thing is that we tend to forget as we mature that our hair changes color, but our eyebrows change color too.
Yeah.
So if you're doing your hair but you're not taking care of your eyebrows, it's noticeably different.
Yeah, find a balance in there, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, wow. Racing stripes. So, this is a little tricky here, but I don't know if you can see. This is what I've done. So often we just dip into color and we start making racing stripes from a anyway, from your contour, your cheek color, and then going crazy with highlighter. I've highlighted my nose because some people like the brightness of it. But I mean, what is it really? It's just like Stephanie said at the beginning. We really just want to have enhance what you have, and we don't want people to or for you to say, oh wow, look at that blush. We want them to see you. And so it's so important to be blending. And so one of the things that help with that is a translucent powder. So you've got your foundation put on and you've done all your concealing and all of that, and then you want to apply a very, very light layer of like a translucent powder, and it makes blending so much easier than on like a wet foundation, if that makes sense. And so one of the things, I don't know if you can really see this here, that it will smoke. I don't know if you can really see it's smoking, but when you're using a powder, you want it to be milled so finely that when you're tapping it, you can see smoke. And that way, it's not going to get into your lines and wrinkles and pores and accent those. Because like if you would look at this, you're saying this is a white powder. How could I ever use a white powder? And that's why, because it's milled so much. And so, if you have gotten carried away, this is something that you can do to kind of help blend all that together again. And when it comes to all of our Chroma Fusion colors, they are created to blend. So you've got great pigment, but it blends so seamlessly that I had to work. I really had to work to get this because it just wanted to blend together. And if you can see here, I went a little crazy with bronzer. And so, but if you mess up, no big deal. Just dip into your translucent powder and you can take care of that. So just get it nice and blended. Okay. Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
I like it.
I've never heard that, LaRue, the smoke with the being because it's so finely milled, and that white powder looks white, but it's clear. So some of my bronze skin women are like, don't put that on me. And I'm like, no, I promise it's clear. It blends into your color. I love it. You're all going to get a kick out of this next one. And I need to put Diane on first because this is perfect for Diane. No, I'm teasing. Okay. Guilty or innocent? Going down. We're not going to get it for sure, but.
Okay. I don't know if you can see, but in the other picture you can see it really well.
You want me to show it?
Yeah. So a lot of people decide that it's okay to just put liner on the bottom. What do you think that does to the eye? It kind of like actually turns your eye upside down and really weights it to the bottom, right? It does not give your eye a lift. It makes you look really, really tired. And a key for a lot of people have kind of down-shaped eyes at the top.
Yeah.
So,
droopy.
Yeah, droopy eyes. They call them bedroom eyes. So my trick is to make sure that I follow the lower line all the way up, and then I connect the triangle, and that gives you a natural lift. Okay?
Sorry.
Gives you a natural lift. So let me see if I can do that for you on this other side. Now, if you want to just line one eye, or either the top, just one thing, you want to always do the top because it opens and raises your eye. Just think, anything that you do on the bottom is going to weight you down. If you're carrying something, it's going to, gravity pulls us down. Same as something underneath anything. It's going to pull it down. So, wait. Wait, now I'm confused.
Here, hang on, let me get rid of that for you. There you go.
There we go. Okay, so we're going to follow that bottom line up and then close and fill that little triangle in.
You make that look so easy. Ta-da!
Yay!
And it's amazing how much it actually then accents your eyeshadow as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The difference is remarkable. Really
Mhm.
remarkable. I love it.
Yeah.
So no more going topless. So guilty or innocent, those of you that have only done the line the bottom. I so remember doing that in high school. Blue, just
Yeah.
anybody?
Just line the top. It's actually a really fresh and a real summery look. Stephanie, don't you just line your top?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because it also gives you a younger
Yeah.
look as well. So
Mm.
if you just want to line one eyelid, always the top, stay to the top.
Mhm.
If I line the bottom, it's with like a really soft powder color and maybe a little bit of even a shimmer in it. So, okay, number one, drum roll, please. Drum roll for number one top beauty mistake, paying full price. There's no reason for you as a Mary Kay beauty, as a Mary Kay client to pay full price all the time. And here's I'm going to share my screen with you again so you can see why you do not have to. Hang on a second, let me get this open and then I can. Why you do not have to pay full price. Whoops, that's the wrong picture. Hang on. I'll tell you that one in a second. There we go. So there's multiple ways to be able to get product either at a discount or at wholesale. So the first one is at a discount. So as a Mary Kay client and as a preferred client, you get to gather girls. And you guys, now is the easiest time to gather girls because it is literally saying, hey, who wants to get together and do a happy face hour? And my consultant's going to send out some pampering samples. We'll all gather on Zoom, Facebook Messenger, whatever you guys decide to use. And we're going to go in our bathrooms and wash our face together and drink wine or margaritas or have tea, whatever you guys do, whatever is your thing. And here's the deal. You get free product from your consultant because it benefits both. Everybody wins with this, oh, is that still showing there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the wrong one.
You guys are so sweet. You're like just so quiet. I'm just like showing the wrong thing here. Let me just fix this. They're so just like patient. Stephanie's going to get it together pretty soon. I promise I will. I just didn't know how to do it that way. There we go. Can you see it now? All right. Let me just make it big so you can see it. Okay. And let me get rid of that. The technology. Okay. So when you gather together 3 guests for a happy face hour or whatever, if you want to do a charcoal and sparkle, if you want to do multi-masking, you want to just do really basic skincare, if you want to do anti-aging, we're your girls. So you can get 3 girls together. You get 75 for 35, excuse me. You get to choose $75 of any Mary Kay you want. You get to go shopping and you pay $35 for it. There's also ways you can get also half-priced items. 6 guests, you get $100 of Mary Kay for 35. Sorry, I had to peek at that for 35 also. So don't pay full price when you don't have to. And the cool thing is too is that you're supporting a small business owner. This makes a difference for your consultant and also makes a difference for those women out there that are trying to figure out what product is right for them at the grocery store now or at Walmart or at Target or trying to buy something online that they've never tried. And that's tricky, right? We all know that's tricky. There's been some things that we've all had to change in our shopping habits for sure. So the other way that you do not have to pay full price is, let me show you the picture. The first picture I was going to share with you is by becoming a Mary Kay beauty consultant. So there's multiple ways to do that. And, you know, I talked about this at the beginning of the financial filler. We have something right now called eStart, which is a $30 start where you get a website and credit card processing for $30. And then we teach you how to virtually share the product or just share with your friends and family in a small group and be able to get your product at half price as a Mary Kay beauty consultant. You could also get the full starter kit or the eStart and the full starter kit together. This gives you a wholesale buying privilege, gives you a plan B, it gives you choices, and it brings you fun. I promise it brings you much fun. I believe that's, and it enriches lives all the way around. So please don't pay full price when you don't have to. We want to make that an opportunity for you. Okay, so comments. Let me check my comments. Let me see where you're all at. And we're going to do some quick questions. Do you all, oh, Janet has a question. When I line the top, it traces to the bottom when I close my eyes. So, oh, it moves to the bottom. Mary will help you with that. Because, yeah, I know what you mean. That happens to me too. So there's a couple things to do, but it's probably the product. So we'll talk about what product you're using when you line with it. So thank you for asking a good question in there, Janet. Okay, so are you guys ready to write down some questions? This is for you to write on your papers, okay? So number one, yes, that's what we want you to write, but we want you to write the real answer that you want to write. I have products I'd like to purchase. You're going to get 3 extra points. So when you take a snapshot of this piece of paper and you send it to your consultant, the consultant is going to tell her director that you get 3 extra points in the big drawing at the end, okay, that we'll do tomorrow night. So you get 3 extra points if you get product from your consultant. Maybe you can just let your consultant know, maybe I have some questions I want answered first, okay? Or no, I'm set for now. That's perfectly fine. The second question is, I'd like to nominate some ladies to receive a pink Love Pamper pack. I just sent some of these out on Friday to some guests. It was super fun. For every person you nominate to your consultant, she's going to send out a pink Love Pamper pack. And you guys can talk about what's going to go in it, but I've been putting skincare samples in there, charcoal mask or a facial peel or something just to bring a little bit of joy and a little sparkle to her life. I've been telling my clients that have been nominating is to pick women that maybe they're home with kids and they're doing the work and the homeschool gig, or maybe they're out in the workforce and they are, you know, under the stress of having to still work and balance all those things that go along with it. Maybe somebody that's lonesome, somebody that's just struggling. There's a lot of people just struggling and could use a fun pink. Mine are coming in literally a pink envelope. And so it just adds a little sparkle in their life. And then the third, so you can write down as many names as you want for your consultant. You get 1 extra point for every nominee. Then the third one is, yes, I want to get $75 of Mary Kay for $35, or you want to get the 100 for $35, and you want to gather some girls together to do your own virtual beauty sesh with your consultant. So that's number 3. Number 4 is we're going to do an after party right now. After we say goodbye and thank you for being with us, we're going to jump over to a Zoom, and here is the ID. The meeting ID is going to scroll along the bottom of your screen. We're going to jump over there in Zoom. If you have questions and you just want to learn more, this is not I want to be a Mary Kay beauty consultant forever and ever and ever. This is, I think that this might fill a need I have. I have a need for a plan B. I'm not really quite sure. Things are very unsteady now. I would like to have something for just in case. And you heard all the things that we love, and maybe you have some more questions for us. We'd be happy to answer those. That's our favorite thing to do, actually. Share the product and share the opportunity. Okay? So the last thing is take a snapshot of that paper, send it over to your consultant, and then your consultant will also get credit for having you on here. And when you join us on the after party, you will get your name in a drawing for this sweet bag that we're going to be doing a drawing for in about 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks. This is a Kate Spade bag, retails at $278. It's a beautiful little bag I've been hoarding for a while and decided to pull it out to give it away. So when you let your consultant share the Mary Kay business opportunity with you, then you get your name in this. She gets her name in this bag drawing. So you make her happy too, just so you all know. Everybody wins. I love it. All right. So thank you so much, guests, for joining us. We just love you. Thanks for all your comments. You're all innocent, just so you all know, because now you have a Mary Kay beauty consultant that's going to answer all your questions and fill in all your needs. All right. Love you all. Bye.
Bye. Have a great one.
Bye.